Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Storytime Fun. I dedicate this next book to my grandson, Bright Ethan Boy. Today's story is My Adventures with Disney's Winnie the Pooh. There was a place near to where Ethan lived in Victoria called the 100-Acre Wood. He often played there with Grandma, Riley, and Zira. One day when they were playing, Ethan came across his two friends, Pooh and Piglet. They were both fast asleep, and since it looked like it was going to rain, Ethan gently woke them. "Wake up, Piglet! Wake up, Pooh!" he said. "If you stay out here, you'll get wet." Piglet blinked his eyes and sat up. Pooh yawned and stretched. "Hello, Ethan. Have you come to play?" asked Pooh. "Yes, I'm here with Grandma and Riley and Zira," answered Ethan. "But it looks as if it's going to rain." "Would you like to come to my house?" asked Piglet. "Yes, but we'd better hurry. I don't want to get wet," said Ethan. They set off. The wind was growing stronger and stronger. It blew so hard that Piglet, who was a very small animal, was blown right up into the air. Luckily, Ethan caught him. "I think I'd better carry you, Piglet," said Ethan, "or you might just blow away again." "Oh, bother," said Pooh. "It's starting to rain. A big drop fell on my nose. Think, think, think. Oh, my house is around the corner. Perhaps we should go there instead of Piglet's." "Okay, it looks as though Grandma, Riley, and Zira have gone to find shelter too," said Ethan. They got to Pooh's house just in time. The rain was beginning to pour down as Pooh shut the door. "Well, that's the end of the honey expedition," he said gloomily. "What's a honey expedition?" asked Ethan. "A search for honey," explained Pooh. "Winter is coming, and bears don't go out much in the winter. So, seeing as I'm a bear, and I love honey, I thought I'd better build up my supply. Piglet and I have been searching for honey all day. We got tired. We sat down to rest and fell asleep," added Piglet. "I'll help you search some more when it stops raining," offered Ethan. "Oh, thank you, Ethan," said Pooh. He yawned. "It's getting late. I think I'll go to bed now and wait for the rain to stop." So Pooh went to bed, and Ethan and Piglet read a book together. The rain was falling softly outside. It was so quiet and peaceful that Ethan and Piglet fell asleep too. The next morning they woke up to the sound of Pooh crying out, "Oh, oh, my house is leaking!" Ethan squealed when he realized that Pooh's house was filling up with water. "The water has washed all my honey pots clean. Now I have no honey at all," Pooh said sadly. Ethan waded to the window. "There are floodwaters all around the house, Pooh," he said. "We'll have to try to reach higher ground." Pooh climbed out the window onto a branch. "Don't let my honey pots float away, or I won't have anything to keep my honey in," he cried. "I think we should all float out of here ourselves," said Ethan. Soon they were floating down the stream. Pooh had a chair for a boat, Ethan was floating on an upside-down table, and little Piglet was bobbing in one of the empty honey jars. After a while, they floated right up to Christopher Robin and some of their other friends who were standing on higher ground. "Hello, Pooh! Hello, Piglet! Hello, Ethan!" called Christopher Robin. "What are you doing floating around like that?" "There was a flood in my house, and all my honey has gone," explained Pooh, "and I have a rumbly in my tumbly." "We need to find him some honey now," added Ethan. "Oh, poor Pooh. Well, I think I know of a tree with honey in it," said Christopher Robin. "Let's go." They walked through the wood until they came to a very tall tree. Way up high there was a hole in the trunk, with bees buzzing around it. "It's a long way up, Pooh," said Ethan. "Can you climb that high?" "If there's honey up that high, I can climb up that high," said Pooh. And up he went. "Oh dear," he said when he was a long way up. "My paws are getting tired." All of a sudden, Pooh was on his way down the tree. "Oh, bother. I wish it was as fast as this on the way up," he thought to himself as he bounced from branch to branch. He landed on the ground with a thud. "Don't try again, Pooh. It's too dangerous," said Ethan. "We'll find honey somewhere else." But Pooh was not the sort to give up easily, especially when he put his mind to honey. This time, Pooh climbed all the way up. He had to wriggle out into a very thin branch to reach the hole, and just as he did, the branch went snap, and down he went again. "Silly old bear," said Christopher Robin. "You can't reach the hole now with that branch broken, Pooh." "Oh, yes, I can," said Pooh, who was a very determined bear. "Would you by any chance have a balloon, Christopher Robin?" "Yes," said Christopher Robin. "But what do you want a balloon for?" "Honey," whispered Pooh. "You'll see." Christopher Robin and Ethan ran off to get a balloon. Pooh grabbed hold of the balloon string and started floating up into the air. Ethan took his feet and guided him toward the honey bee's hive. "Oh, thank you, Ethan," called Pooh as he floated up. The bees swarmed angrily around Pooh when he stuck his paw in the hole. Then the string came loose on the balloon, and the air came out with a whoosh. "Oh dear," cried Pooh. He held on tight as the balloon sped along, with hundreds of bees swarming after him. When Pooh finally came back to Earth, he found that he was right near Rabbit's house. Oh, wonderful! Rabbit always has honey, thought Pooh happily. Ethan, Christopher Robin, and the others caught up to Pooh. Rabbit looked rather worried, as though he knew what Pooh was thinking about. "Pooh Bear," said Rabbit rather uncertainly, "how about some lunch?" "Thank you, Rabbit. Perhaps just a small smackerel of honey," said Pooh. Pooh squeezed through Rabbit's front door behind Rabbit. "People can't fit through Rabbit's front door," explained Christopher Robin. "We'll have to wait out here. We may as well sit down. This could take a while," he added. Meanwhile, Ethan told Christopher Robin about his last birthday. Grandma Riley and Zira had decorated his home in Victoria with lots of balloons of different shapes and colors. They had had so much fun playing games and eating all the delicious cakes. Yummy in the tummy. Inside, Rabbit watched as Pooh ate and ate and ate. Rabbit shook his head. Will you be staying long? He asked Pooh. Pooh looked at the honey jars. There was only one left. Not very long, he said. When he had finished, Pooh tried to wiggle through Rabbit's front door. When he was halfway in and halfway out, he stopped. This door hole seems to have shrunk, he said. I think it might be you who has grown bigger, Pooh, said Ethan. Pooh had eaten so much honey that he was bigger than ever before. He was stuck. Everybody pull, cried Christopher Robin. All the friends got into a line and pulled, but it was no use. Pooh didn't budge. Poor Pooh, said Christopher Robin. I think we'll just have to wait for Pooh to get thinner. And so they did. And then one morning, when Rabbit was beginning to think that he might never be able to use his front door again, it happened. He budged, cried Rabbit. Christopher Robin, he bidged, he badged, he booged. Heave ho! Heave ho! Shouted all the friends. They tugged on Pooh outside as Rabbit pushed from the inside. Rabbit pushed. Ethan, Christopher Robin, and all the others pulled with all their might. Suddenly there was a loud pop. Ethan fell back onto Christopher Robin, and Christopher Robin fell back onto poor Kanga, and Eeyore rolled away into the bushes. Pooh had shot out of Rabbit's front door like a rocket. There he goes, cried Rabbit. Uh-oh, said Ethan, shading his eyes to watch. Pooh is headed right for that old tree trunk. Watch out, Pooh! Everyone watched as Pooh's head and shoulders disappeared into a hole in the tree trunk, like a cork into a bottle. Pooh! Shouted Christopher Robin. Are you all right? Oh, yes. I'm the happiest bear in the world, sang Pooh. I've just discovered the biggest supply of honey I've ever seen. And the bees have gone and left it all to me. Thank you, Ethan. You're welcome, Pooh, said Ethan. Let's go and get your honey pot so that we can fill them all up. Then you'll have a supply of honey for the whole winter. Do you think you could get them for me? Asked Pooh. I think I'd better stay here and mind the honey. Laughing together, Ethan and his friends set off for Pooh's house. Yay! That's it for today. We'll see you next time.